I have no idea how this is going to go. I ended up with a new iPhone this last month because on top of everything else, I of course needed a $1,200 phone. So I like it, but yeah. But anyways, because of everything that's been happening in the month of June, I cannot find my Canon 80D that I usually do all my videos on. It's around here somewhere, and you're going to see if you stay to the end why I say this, or if you have followed me on any social media, you kind of have a gist of how my June went. I am calling it my no stitch June because there was no stitching that happened in June. Wait, I have a haul. Don't leave yet. A scrapbooking, or see, a cross stitching haul. I swear. And then you can leave. It'll be quick. But it's been a month. I had a lot of people follow me on my personal Facebook page this month. I don't usually post a lot on there, but it has been a ride. And so I have been posting on my personal Facebook page. If the link is down below, if you guys want to follow along on my drama at home. It's not family drama, not that kind of drama. And hopefully it's all fixed now. But anyways, I'm gonna do all the I'm stuck on scrapbooking, and I haven't scrapbooked for I don't even know how long. I'm going to do all of the cross-stitching stuff real quick here. I'm even going to do the shout-outs and the giveaways and all of that kind of stuff so that you, if you're not interested in my life, which is fine, you can leave early. It'll be really, really short because did I mention it's no stitching June? None. Y'all, it's going to be a race to see if I can get my projects done. This year's it's been a ride. Okay, so because I don't know how this phone really records and works, I'm gonna stop here, make sure I got all my stuff out, grab my shout outs and that kind of stuff. I am so sorry if you've been surviving my last month of my drama with me and the fact that I don't have a lot of cross-stitching. Giveaway, awesome giveaway. I think it's an awesome giveaway. I hope you think it's an awesome giveaway. I asked for some help on it, and everybody seemed to be excited about it, although they didn't know what they were voting on, which is always fun. Even the well, you should. Oh, it's funny. Anyways, I'll be right back. It looks like it recorded, so I have to figure out where to look, but that's okay. Cool. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I wasn't. Words are gonna be hard. All right, let's do the cross stitching haul. And I guess I do have a smidgen of stitching as I was looking through my box of. Don't forget to share it because it'll be a month and you'll forget all about sharing it. My coffee's almost gone. This could be a ride. Okay. All right. I got a new desk. It's actually a table, but you'll have to wait till the end to see about that. Okay. Let's do the stitchy stuff first that I stitched. I think I stitched. Oh, my goodness. I think I stitched these at the beginning of June. Let me preface this with, we have not had outgoing water. We're now due because it finally was fixed. I had to give away my firstborn and sign a body part away. There was a little begging on bended knee and a whole lot of swearing. But since like the last week or so of May through last week, we had no outgoing water in the house. So no kitchen, no laundry, no bathroom. We have one bathroom that was working because it's for some reason on a different system. But anyways, so that brought a lot of chaos when you can't cook and you can't, that kind of stuff. And so that's why there was not a lot of stitching. But anyways, okay, that's later. I did stitch this, and again, I'm not sure how the phone works, but I'm trying, so we'll see how it goes. It looks really dark on here, but when I put it on the computer, it lightened up, so I'm hopeful. But I stitched my little MousePotatoDesigns mice. These used to be favicons for my, well, they still are, for my website, and they're actually like those. When you look at the address bar on a URL, there's sometimes a little picture right at the beginning of it. That's how tiny they are. But I wanted to stitch them, and I don't know why. Because I used to do pixel art drawing, and I used to have a website that taught how to do it, and years of that. And so it's the same thing as cross stitching. You have little boxes that you fill in. And so I thought, I wonder if I can convert some of them to cross stitch. I have had people ask if I will make these into a chart. I don't know. We'll see. But I also did like a flower and some other things. But reason I did them, the point is that I got Instagram made me do it. And I bought those little embroidery hoops. Oh wait, it's over here. I'm sorry. I'm getting it. Green light. Look at follow the green light. Anyways, I got some of these little embroidery hoops. I'm sure everybody has probably seen these. Anyways, I got them on Amazon. I've just bought the mix, but come on, life, give me a break. Anyways, I bought them so that I could make little embroidery things out of them like everybody else is doing, because I'm a follower. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with them because that required research. So I'm just gonna someday finish these. I mean, I stitched them 4 weeks ago. You think by now they'd be in something, and no. See, I'm not the kind of person that, like, when drama hits and there's stuff going on and it gets chaotic, that I can bury myself in some fun stuff. That's not me. What I do is I sit in the corner and I rock back and forth, hoping that the thing will go by quicker. No, it's not kidding. I bury myself in a book because I can't deal. I don't deal, even though I have to deal. Adulting sucks. But so I did get that stitched. And so I'm going to make these little things if I can find them, the rest of them. I got a whole bunch of new furniture. Well, new to me furniture. And because later, I got a whole bunch of new furniture, and it's in a drawer somewhere. I hope. I hope. Anyways, next part of the haul that I got was from crossstitchingsupplies.com. I believe she is now done, out of business. I know she's doing some kind of auction thing or whatever with whatever things are left, but honestly, there's nothing left. So I went and used it. I had like hundreds of dollars of it seemed like I probably $100, $200, but I couldn't use any of it. It's all gone. It's so sad. You know, anyways. So I ordered a bunch of floss, just random floss I might be able to use the colors of, or maybe I'll do a giveaway. There's all kinds of different flosses in here, so I might give that away. This year is all virtual giveaways. I'm doing it all online so that I can do, it's just easier in general. Next year, though, I have a whole bunch of patini stuff. I have miscellaneous chart stuff. I have I have lots of stuff that's like tangible that I want to be giving away. So I've got to figure that out. I'm thinking I'm going to give, unfortunately, that stuff to the United States people because shipping duties, all that kind of stuff is ugly. And then at the same time, I'll just give away a gift certificate to someplace for international people, because I do want to keep it so that everybody's included. Can you hear Benny? Because he was laying there and now he's drinking. Benny, rude. Take your beer and leave. Go on. What? Anyway, so I got a whole bunch of flosses. I got these Kriniki. I don't know what they are. Metallic flosses. And I don't know what to do with them. I wonder if they're as hard to stitch with like DMC metallics. I don't know. But they were like $1. So I bought those. I think I got most of these. And there's, like I said, all the different kinds for like 50 cents. So, and then I got some, I have no idea what that was. Oh, I got some, I also ordered from 123 Stitch a bunch of stuff, which you're going to see, but I also got some floss, Weeks Dye Works from her. The other stuff was color. I got all the colors to do one of Paula's charts from 123 Stitch. So anyways, that was my crossstitchingsupplies.com haul. And again, she is done. I'm so sad. I mean, sure, her customer service was amazing. She had good prices, competitive prices, but her customer service was what made me shop there. So anyways, I learned, am I still going? Okay, I'm still going. I learned that Fiber on a Whim is now dyeing 20 count, and I really want to stitch on 20 count. 18 is still my easiest. I've got to get a new pair of glasses because I can't see shit, and hopefully that'll help anyways. But I really like the size of 20 count, and so I bought some of Fiber on a Whim's 20 count from 123 Stitch, and I got, of course, neutrals because, yeah. But so I got these four colors, and they're my standard go-to. Benny. Now we're just gonna play in it. Do you have a cat that likes water? I do. 2 of them, actually. But this is Milk and Honey. And I got Affogato. And I'm stitching on all of these colors this year, so you've probably seen them on some of my charts. What are you? Brown Sugar and Cream and Sugar. And then I'm going to get a whole bunch more because I got a new dresser to put all my fabric in, and I have space. Not good. Okay, so that was the fabric that I got this month. And then no fabric shall, travel alone, even though they weren't alone. Anyways, so charts had to come home too. And the reflection's going to be terrible, so I'm going to try. But Jeanette Douglas, who I think is one of the nicest people on the whole wide world, she's just a delight. And I've never met her, but she lives just north of me in Canada. And someday I'm going to meet her, I hope, because we're neighbors and she's super nice. And, because. But anyway, I saw her new Chubby Bunny. Okay, I have no idea how to fix that. How do you reverse it? Who knows? Somebody let me know how you reverse it. Okay, anyways, I got the Chubby Bunny. Imagine it backwards. And because the Chubby Bunny needed a buddy, okay, out in my garden, I have a mama bunny. And right above her, where she likes to stay, is a hole in our apple tree. And the birds have chubby little baby birds. So I had to get the chubby bird to go with it. I don't know if there's other ones of these, but if there are, I'm going to have to get them all. 2024 is going to be my smalls year of smalls. Like, I'm hoping I can whip out each one of these. And finishing is a whole other fish. I'm really going to have to find a finisher because it's just not happening. Why I can do it. But anyways, I also got Jardin Purvee's, not a blithering clue what the name of this chart is, but it looks like this. And it's so cute. Bunny and birds in the garden. See a theme? So yeah. So cute. And the last one that I got was a Madame Chantilly. Oh, another. She's so nice. I just love designers that like interact and respond and reply and stuff like that. I mean, here's these. Anyways, that's a whole other tangent. I also don't know. Nope. I don't know what the name of this one is. I mean, like in English, what it means. But when I saw it, I had to get it. Anyways, it looks like this. And I want to finish it just like she pretty much finished it. I don't know what the middle thing is, if it's just the chart folded back. So maybe the chart, and then I love that she did the little girl, but I'm kind of thinking instead of the little girl doing the sheep. And then I love the little pillow at the bottom here, and there's a little scissor fob. Oops, sorry. And I just think this is adorable. And I have had this on my wish list for like ever. And so it was like 30 cents on sale. And I was like, look, it's on sale. And so I ran and bought it because it was on sale. No, it's called stress buying. I have bought and bought and bought and bought and bought. And to the several people who are very concerned that I'm putting this on credit cards and I'm going in debt. I don't own credit cards. I have a debt-free lifestyle. I pay cash. So don't worry. I promise it looks bad, but it's paid for. No, I don't. We worked really, really hard to pay off all our debt. We have no debt. We have no mortgage. We have no car payments. We have no credit cards. It does not mean I'm rich, but it means that I don't have interest to pay. So that makes a big difference. But anyways, that is my cross stitching stuff. Let me find my shout outs and that kind of thing. And I will get those done. We'll do the giveaway, and then y'all can run for your life or stay and see my life that's not cross stitching. All right, I'll be right back. Well, so far it's working not too bad, although I'm pretty sure I'm leaning, which, oh, that means my words are still backwards. It says I'm fine, everything, it's fine. I have to figure that out. If you know how to flip it while you're in the video, I don't see any options. Anyways, let me know. Because no Flosstube shall be videoed on an empty cup of coffee. I had to go get a cup of coffee, which has been the story of my life. Oh, I gotta tell you a tragic story. So I went to Walmart the other day, and I was getting groceries, and I looked up on the shelf, went to grab my coffee, and it said $3.75. Well, that's odd. It's normally almost $6. And I'm like, well, that's cool. And did I mention I need a new pair of glasses? So reading up close, I can't read anything like within 3 feet of my face. So I'm like, why does it say $3.75? So I'm getting a little closer, and I got there and it says clearance. I only like one coffee, just one. Clearance. Clearance. So I crawled up the shelf, grabbed the case that they had left, and put it in my cart. Then I crawled back up the shelf, and there was no more. I had my husband go to the other Walmart after work because panic. When the pandemic of the C word, which is about equal to the other C word, showed up, my favorite coffee was this Folgers Simply Vanilla something. It came in a bag, right? Gone. I don't know what happened to it. Apparently it got COVID and died. I don't know, because that and freezers seem to have went with the way of the pandemic. So it was gone. I probably ordered 15 vanilla coffees trying to find one I liked. Finally settled on the Folgers vanilla biscotti vanilla thing, that the other Folgers, it's not their good ones, it was their next level. And so I'm okay, I can do it. That's mine, because I gave up drinking coffee with sugar, which when I'm a tablespoon of sugar, like tablespoons of sugar kind of person. So I gave up drinking coffee with sugar. So my my deal was that I would get to use better coffee than cheap coffee if I gave up the sugar. So I did. There was none at the other Walmart. There was none at Winco. There was none at Albertsons. Any of them. There was none at the Walmart in Laurel, which is the next town over. No problem, right? I'm going to order it on Walmart.com. No. Amazon to the rescue. No. Some nice lady, when I was having a meltdown, again, you have to join the my personal Facebook page, because it all goes on there. I have no filter. Anyways, she's like, maybe they're changing the packaging. Oh, I don't have that kind of luck. That's what they said about the last one. It's vanilla. How do you get rid of vanilla? Everybody likes vanilla. Okay, not everybody, but you know. All right. I thought it was a tragically funny story, so I had to go. I had to go there. I have a big giveaway. You're going to have to take some of the story, all right? Okay, first things first. Carolyn at KiraLynsNeedlearts kindly donated and participated in my June giveaway, and she donated 3 charts to give away, and I drew winners, and luckily they all were, well, one of them was from YouTube, but she also had an Instagram account, which was lucky because she saw it, because I'm obviously way behind. But Jacque, Susan, and Astrid are the giveaway winners for June, and they've already contacted me, and I already have talked to a few of them saying they're charted up and stitching their new charts. So thank you so much to Carolyn, and all of this information is down below, for donating the charts to the giveaway. I did offer to buy them, and she was like, nope. And that kind of attitude is going to be why I'm giving away what I'm giving away this month, because most of the designers that I've worked with have been so generous and kind, and they have donated the charts, which I did. If you ask them, that's not what I asked. I contacted them to purchase the charts, and they would just email them out. And almost all of them have just said, nope, we're going to throw them into the party, and they've donated the charts. And so it's been really a really wonderful experience. So you can thank them for what the giveaway will be in July. But anyways, that was the June giveaway winners, and it was a lot of fun. I've been having a great time giving away all this stuff for these PDF charts and stuff for the year. I've met a lot of designers that I hadn't thought of before. I've met a lot of people that I haven't met. It's just been really nice. It's been really nice to hear the feedback on it. In general, it's positive. Surprisingly, there's negative feedback on giveaways, but you go. I think I've been able to keep it fair enough that international is getting to enjoy it without having to pay a lot of duties or any of that kind of stuff. And the United States gets hit with giveaways too. God, I've got bags going. I swear, last night we had flooding rain, lightning, the whole ball of wax. So I had gone to sleep, had to get up, shut windows, because the wind, of course, we were like a magnet, and the here come the rain. So I'd go around, shut all the windows. It was 90 yesterday. It's 70 today. My garden is not happy. Anyway, so the giveaways have been a lot of fun. And so that's the winner of June. Tangent, it's going to be that way. Okay, June Flosstube Shoutouts. Let's go for that. All of these links will be linked down below. They are also on my Instagram and Facebook account, so that if you guys want clickable links, but I'm putting everybody everywhere. It was really fun. Half the time I put out these shoutouts and they're tagged somewhere, either on YouTube or you get tagged on Flosstube or Instagram or whatever. And most of the time I don't hear anything back or very little back. Thank you to those who do. Not that I need that, but it's just very weird. When I get tagged, I'm like, I have to go look, who's talking about me? But anyways, June Flosstube Shoutouts. These guys, I tried to find people that were putting out their very first or second floss tubes this past month, so that we could start them off right with a big old hello from the cross stitch community, and you can pop over and check them out. The Artsy Housewife, the Fanciful Flamingo, they're not all brand new, but Three Cat Stitching, The Traveling Stitcher, Heritage Stitching, B.A. Blessing Stitcher, Jamie Cruz, Silver Elf Crafts, Lindsay at Cat Fur and Cross Stitch, and Kensington Cross Stitch. You need to check them out. They're newer and they're a lot of fun. A couple of them have me laughing out loud. I mean, it's so fun to find new people to the floss tube because they're all going through the exact same thing and so nervous and oh my gosh and all this, and it's so cute. So I hope you guys will stop by, give them a subscribe and a howdy do, and maybe find some new people to watch that will be your new favorites. So that is my June floss tube shoutouts. My June Instagram shoutouts, and I still haven't figured out a way to do shoutouts for Facebook, because people use their personal pages, which are 90% private. And so I don't know what to do with that. So if anybody has a suggestion for shout out for Facebook, I have nothing against it. I just don't know how to do it. All right, good. Some of these, I don't know how to pronounce some of it. So hang in there. June Instagram floss tubes? No, shout outs. Danny_X cross stitch, and you should be seeing all of these, by the way, on the screen. Auto B stitching, cute. Quilt Ma _Sue, Glenna Gardenier. Wow, yeah. M Spiky 53. Look, I got one. Patricia _It's Mine. I don't know, Dorothy, Lavender Cross Stitch, Crafting Lena, and Courtney Alma _. Anyways, if you're looking for some new people to follow over on Instagram, or just to want to check them out, give them a like on one, click the little heart at least on one of their photos and that kind of stuff, and say howdy do. And these are smaller channels and we need to support each other on this. I am, speaking of, well on my way to 10,000 on Instagram. I would love to get to 10,000 on Flosstube, but I would probably have to actually put more videos out to make that happen. But one day, maybe, but I'm really working hard to get to 1,000 on Instagram, or 10,000 on Instagram, because I want some new features. And then I have a great big giveaway for that, because I've been collecting and stuff, and because I want to say thank you. But that leads me into our July giveaway. Now, on Instagram and Facebook, I posed a question. One moment, please. I said something. Which would you prefer, Etsy gift card or 1-2-3 Stitch? I had a friend that I was working on something for, and I wanted to know people's opinions. And I thought I was being all sneaky. A lot of people had great opinions, great reasons why. Because at the original, I was going to pick one or the other. You'll see what I mean. And so it was a lot of help. There were several of them. Well, you should know your friend. Why are you asking us? Whoa, back up, girlfriend. Because I wanted to know your favorite. Yeah. Anyways, the reason that I asked the question, my friend, except for some nasty women that got blocked, is you. So y'all help me pick what you love. It was supposed to be funny, and several people made it not funny. I know my friends. That's why I asked my friends what they liked. The reason that I asked it was I want to give away a gift card for the month of July to say, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for participating in my comment, by leaving comments. Thank you for participating in last month's giveaway. Thank you for just supporting me over the last month of drama and life stuff and no stitching, and y'all are still here, and some of you are kind enough to even leave comments on my not cross-stitching stuff, and all of these kind of things, and I wanted to say thank you. And so what I learned from asking my friend about it was people have very specific reasons for why, where, and how they shop, which is awesome. And I didn't know that. It was a very passionate response. And so I decided that instead of choosing, I wouldn't. And so my July's giveaway is this. I am going to give away 2 Etsy. I wanted to give away as many as I could and still make it worth, you could buy something with it. I'm giving away $100 in the month of July to you guys. I am going to do 2 $25 gift cards to Etsy because many people love Etsy. I love Etsy. And I'm going to give 2 $25 gift cards away to 123stitch.com. They are my 2 favorite places to shop. And when I asked my friend where they like to shop, they all agreed that these were 2 of their favorite places to shop also. The reason I went with splitting it up, because why not? And also several people had made comments about they have to pay high duty fees off of stuff they buy on Etsy, or maybe it was 123stitch, one of them. And I'm trying to make this as inexpensive as possible. So I know that, so here's how this is going to work. What you got to do is leave me a comment. I don't care what the comment says as long as it's nice. You can leave it on my Flosstube. You can leave it on my Instagram of the giveaway channel. Flosstube post, giveaway post. If you've been here for 5 minutes, you can figure this out. Leave a comment on my Flosstube and you get a vote. Leave a comment on my Instagram, you get a vote or 2 votes if you've done both. Same with Facebook. If you leave a comment on this post for all 3 social media pages, you get 3 votes. Basically, that's all you got to do is leave me a comment. The trick is that you need to leave me a comment that includes either Etsy or 123stitch, so that when I draw your name, whoever wins, it won't be me. My son does all the drawing. I don't deal with it. I make sure that you get the one you prefer, either Etsy or 123stitch. Please don't say both, because that just makes it difficult. It just makes it difficult. Okay, so you either would prefer to get it from 123stitch or you prefer to get it from Etsy. Okay, I don't care where you live. This is for everybody, international. If you've got the internet, you qualify. Actually, if you're watching or seeing any of it, you qualify because you're here. So that's how the giveaway is going to work for July. It is my gift to you guys. It is also a gift that was provided by the designers that I've used January, well, even December through today, because of their kind donating of the charts. I didn't have to pay for them, which give me the opportunity to save some money up and give it back to you guys in another way. And so August, we will be back to finding a designer. If you have a favorite designer that does PDF charts, please leave them also in the comments. If you are a designer, I don't care if you're big or small and you would like to participate, I don't mind paying for the charts. Please don't feel like if you say, hey, I'm a designer, that means you have to donate them. I don't mind paying for them. You just have to have PDF charts, but leave those in the comments. So that is the July giveaway. I'm going to wrap up here for the cross-stitching people who are not interested in my life, which I understand. It's cool. No judgment. Thank you so much for your patience and your tolerance and your understanding for June. I know I totally failed on the whole keeping up with everything. And that includes keeping up with you guys, because I know I missed a ton on Instagram. I missed payback, karma. I missed a ton on Flosstube. and I missed a ton on Facebook, and I didn't keep up very well. I have no excuse other than life just kicked me in the shorts, and we are coming out of disaster zone. In fact, I already have I'm going to get this finished up here today, hopefully. And so I will at least have a finish for July to share. But I just wanted to say thank you. So please enter and all of that kind of stuff. And I normally don't say it, but there may be other chances to win throughout the rest of this. So thank you so much for being here. And if you're leaving, have a wonderful day. We'll see you at the end of August. If you're staying and you're gonna watch my drama, it's not drama. It is drama. It's drama, but it's you have to laugh, right? You have to laugh, because if we don't laugh, we cry. And my checkbook is doing enough of that as it is. So I will be right back with life. All right, so we're doing this part of the video in a voiceover because these were taken over the last month. Yeah, so this is how walk into my house, and it looks like total chaos because we bought a new pantry. We were moving furniture around, and they had to come through and work on plumbing, so some of the cabinets had to be moved. This is where there used to be some white storage units. We moved that, and it's just been this pretty much sums up how my entire month of June was in survival mode, because what wasn't torn apart by us was torn about by plumbers coming through. Bathrooms were torn up, my laundry room was torn up, the whole ball of wax. I'm making a coffee bar there. Benny. But so I just kind of wanted to give you a gist of what chaos we have been living in, because there hasn't been furniture, and there hasn't been water, and there hasn't been anything. And yeah, so go down to my craft room from here, and it's just, it's actually not that bad, even though it really is for me, because there's like toilets. That's a new one, by the way. Laundry, the whole ball of wax. It's been chaos all month, and we're remodeling Joshua's bathroom because they tore it apart, and I turned this room into a storage room. All of this has to find a home. That's the white cabinets that used to be in the kitchen. And then we moved to a couple of weeks later, ta-da, it's clean. And I slowed it down because I talk a lot, but it's somewhat clean. I've been busting butt trying to get this stuff cleaned up. But Dale got all of his stuff taken off of these wire shelves and put into this China hutch that we got off of Facebook. I got all our pantry stuff put back into this pantry. It used to be in 2 white particle board pantries. We're changing all of the furniture out to real wood furniture, and this is going to get painted, and it's going to be luscious. But yep, this is all my canned goods, dry goods, that kind of stuff made it into there. Yes, we have 2 refrigerators. Yes. But I got all the stuff put away ish. I got a mop. We're still moving some furniture around. Those 2 white cabinets that you saw when I walked in the front are coming out of there also. I'm hoping to get a cabinet to put here to make a coffee bar out of it. Benny is being helpful as always. All these days later, and that's where he lays. There's 2 bowls of full food right there. But my succulent counter got put back where it was. We usually grow microgreens and baby greens and stuff on here, but right now it's where my succulents went. But look, I have counter space, so that's a perk, right? That cabinet actually right there used to be where the microgreens were, but we haven't got any work done on Joshua's bathroom. It's coming along, but I did get a lot of stuff put away in the spare room. And so you can actually walk in here, and then the white cabinet, these were where that pantry, that China hutch for the pantry is. That's what used to be there. And so, yeah, that's what I've been working on, just trying to find the bottom of my life, pretty much. If you come back into my craft room, I did get it cleaned up. That's my late 1900s dresser that I didn't buy, one of the few pieces that I didn't buy. I'm looking for a piece that'll replace this library table right here, but look, you can see everything. There's nothing on the floor, which drives me insane. I got my lights going on my big China hutch, but all of these, they're getting painted or restained, or I'll show you here in a minute what's happening, but I got my lights on. I got to show you because they didn't come up in my video very good earlier. So I'm getting LED lights to put in these. These were all from the 70s, so they had those great big huge 1970s light bulb systems in it, and I'm scared to plug them in, so I gutted all that, and we're going to put LED lights in all of these cabinets. This one is getting completely refinished also, and if you've been following me on social media, you have seen that what my plans are for these. There's a lot of people having a stroke over it, but it really is pea green, y'all. It can't stay this color. Sophie's chasing moths, ignore her. That desk hopefully is going to come out and be turned into some other table dresser thing that's going there. The toilet is gone. It's not installed. I just put it in the garage. But we have, you can tell I've just, it just takes time. And so all new furniture. And then I had bought a table to go here, turned out no. And so you'll see that here in just a minute, but I did get a new table for my workspace, and I have this on slow-mo, so it's sorry if it's blurry, but I wanted you guys to be able to hear what I'm saying before the video ran out. And then here's my stitching stand and my desk, and you actually can see the top of it because I cleaned up. And look, see, I am going to be stitching this month, I promise. All right. So I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm working towards when I redo my room. I want to do it in a French country look that's like this. When I walk into my room, I want it to be soft. I want it to be creamy and dreamy. I want it to provoke quiet and peace. And I found these images. I didn't even know I liked French or country until I was searching around on Pinterest, and I found all of these pictures of these just romantic, soft cream, and the sage green is beautiful, but I'm going to change it to lavender. And it was just so dreamy when I saw this. The lower left-hand photo is just, to have a set of doors like that. I do not. I live in a 1930s crap house. But we're going to pretend together that we're going to head to France to live in the country in these beautiful, soft tones. And what I got out of these pictures was I want to do my walls this creamy, yellowy, buttery wall color. And everywhere you see the sage green in here, I'd like to do lavender colors and a little darker colors and things like that. So I had never thought about painting my trim before, anything other than white, because normal people try, just paint it white. And I'm like, this is the second half of my life. We've been here for 30 years and have done nothing, waiting to move. And apparently we're never moving. So time to live here. And we've been saving, and we had some investments come due. And so the time has come for us to invest in our property and make it a home. It's a long story and life is hard. But anyways, so this is kind of the goal that I'm going for my crafting room. Then the next picture that you're going to see is going to be, this is the color tone palette that I want to do it in. And my room is going to be, again, the cream is going to carry through, but all of the green sage aspects of it are going to be in these lavender purple colors. I am a silvery lavender lover. It is my favorite color. I do not like grape color purples. I like just pale and lilac and violet, things like that. Not grape. And more on the cool tone. And so I'm going to have gray wood floors. Well, not real wood because nobody's got time for that, but gray wood looking floors and cream walls and this beautiful lavender accent throughout the entire room. And my dark is going to be dark walnut stain because I have several pieces of furniture that I can't change, or I have several pieces of furniture that I want to change, but I want them to be dark, so they're going to be a dark walnut. And so this kind of gives you the general palette of what I am headed for when I make the changes in the colors. So the green that you saw in the previous photo will be replaced with this silvery lilac color. Okay, so that gives you the basis of where we're going with all this. I found all of these pieces that you're going to see on Facebook Marketplace, and this was the first one that I found, and I was so in love with it, and I had to have it, and I thought I wasn't going to get it, and I woke up one morning and the guys were gone, and they had bought it for me and went and got it for me, and I love it so, so much, you guys. It is going to be the base of my entire room. This is what started it. I didn't even know I liked this kind of furniture, and it's gorgeous. So imagine this in creamy whites, and where the gray will come back, and I'm going to do a glaze on it. And yes, because it really is pea green. You guys, it's this yellowy pea green. It's awful. The 70s called and they want their pea green back. Split pea soup kind of look. But yeah, here she is we finally got it up. It is so heavy. It took 3 of us to get it up on here. We had like buckets, and then you had a next level and then a next level. I don't know how the guys got it home. It is so incredibly heavy, and it is gorgeous, but the paintwork won't come back, but I hope to do stenciling work on it because I'm not a great painter. So, but it's just beautiful. It's what started it all. And then here are some shots of what I hope it will look like. So, because I had a lot of people just freaking out that I was painting it, but I swear it's gonna be beautiful. That's my hope anyways, but I've never refinished furniture, and I've never done anything like this before. So fingers crossed that I can pull it off and make it work. But I really love this creamy color. I really want these my room is not that big. It's like 35 feet long, including a bathroom, with 15 feet wide. And so I have these ginormous now pieces of furniture in here, and it makes the room feel a lot smaller. But by painting them these cream colors, which will be just a smidge darker because of the glazing than the wall color, I'm hoping they'll kind of step back, still be a big presence, but not so heavy. And I can't wait to do this. Now, the refinishing of the furniture will hopefully be done this year, if we ever stop raining. And I will show that towards the end. People, our normal is like 6 inches to date. We're like at 13 or 14 inches to date. We're double. It's just water everywhere. But if we ever warm up a bit where I can paint, I'm going to start refinishing them this year, because next year is a big year for us. We're hoping to build a big building, and we're hoping to I'm not going to say remodel because we're not doing any construction, but reface 90% of the inside of the house. And it's just going to be go, 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 go. And I can't wait. I hope it all works out. You always hope. But that's the first piece of furniture that I got. Now I'll show you what I'll just kind of keep going on the next one. Okay, this piece I don't really have a plan for. It can't stay this color. I don't think it'll work, but I would like to refinish it and paint it in a similar fashion to the China hutch you saw before. None of these pieces are antique. I guess they're considered vintage because they're from the 70s and 80s, which makes me feel really old, but I am not into cherry wood at all, and so it's really kind of got to be painted. But I think it's going to look really good, and I'm really tickled because it's got a marble top on it, and my sewing machine fits perfect. And so this is my sewing station. It's got my my ribbons and my quilting fabric and my sewing machine add-ons and stuff like that. So all of that fit into there. And I don't really know what I'm doing with it yet, but there's stenciling and rub-on furniture stencils coming for that one. Okay, this is the second piece that I got that kind of set the tone for the room. I tried 2 weeks to get this, and I could not get the lady to reply back and could not get her to reply back. And then she'd reply back with like one-word answers. And I'm like, listen, I need this cabinet in my life. You have to get your shit together. But I finally got it. It does not come apart. So the guys had to, oh my gosh, it's heavy. It's also really heavy. It is solid wood. We are replacing every wire rack that we have and every shelving unit and every crappy particle board with real wood. This thing is exactly what I've been looking for years. I needed some place to put my printer, my photography stuff, my printer paper, things like that. I also have security cameras, and it has all of it comes with a DVR, and you have all these cords, and then my internet and all this stuff. All of this stuff was everywhere. And I wanted just a nice, pretty place to put it all, and nothing just ever fit. And I saw this and I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. And I told my husband, I'm like, I don't care what it costs, buy it. And so we got it. And I should preface here that all of these things were dirt cheap, like really cheap. And so I know they look like they're very, very expensive, and knew they probably were, but they were not for me. But yeah, it's perfect. So my printer will fit in here, and my paper and my photography stuff and all of that. And this is what it looked like when I got it pretty and decorated and everything fit. I do need to put a new back on it, because we had there's tons of cables coming out of the back of this thing. But for now, it will work until I get the room refinished and all of that kind of stuff. But I just love how it turned out. I could not be more pleased. You can kind of see what the floor is going to look like, that gray flooring. That's what it's going to be throughout the whole room. But I just could not be more pleased. And then here are the two together, and we were laughing on the internet because it's like the wardrobe and from Madame de la Grande, or whatever her name was, from Beauty and the Beast. And the printer one reminds me of Cogsworth. I know it's not a clock, but it just reminds me so much of Cogsworth. And so for some reason we were on a hunt for Beauty and the Beast on this adventure, but anyways, they are installed. They're not where they're going to stay forever, but right now they're there, and I got rid of all my particle board college student lived here furniture. Okay, the next thing that had to go are these two workbenches. I've had them for years and years and years, but they just aren't going to work with my French country theme, so they are getting a new home, hopefully in our new building. But right now, one of them went upstairs to our kitchen. The other one is abandoned in the garage for now. But they were wonderful. I got them from Harbor Freight. I can't recommend them more. They are never going to leave because they are awesome. They just aren't going to work in my room anymore. So I was on the hunt for something new, and I ran across this table, and it was perfect. I loved the style. It was already colored leg-wise the way I wanted it. I will just refinish the top. It has this decorative fluted edge, milled edge on it, and I got it cheap, and I'm going to just refinish the top and make that a dark walnut color. So in order to make things work in my house, the rule is it has to slide easily, or it has to roll. And so my husband promptly set about to put wheels on it for me because it has to roll. Why wheels do not come on everything in the world aside from a toilet, I do not understand, because I don't know about you all, but I move everything everywhere all the time. And even if you don't, all you need to do is try to vacuum once and you'll wish you had wheels. So anyways, he installed wheels onto my new work table, and I love it. It's perfect. It's got a great width. It's got a great height. I really loved how it turned out, and it was exactly what I was looking for the style. And it's going to be eclectic. It's not perfectly French country because I don't even really know what that means. It keeps popping up in my Pinterest file, so apparently that's what it's called. But farmhousey without the chickens because I don't do animal stuff. And yeah, but then I got a wild hair up my hiney to decide, you know what, that would make a better desk than it would make work table. And so I promptly set about to getting rid of the next particle board thing in my life, which it was this desk. Now my husband has one, I have one, and my son has one because we bought these like 15 plus years ago. They were cheap and they worked. And they've actually lasted really, really well considering, but it was time for them to go. So I had everybody help me move all my electronics, and it works great. I need to find something to go underneath it to replace that set of drawers, something pretty and bigger, and that kind of stuff. But other than that, everything fit on it. Everything hooks. Ignore the cables kind of clamped to the side. I haven't strung anything or anything like that. Nothing's permanent until the room is painted and floored. So if that explains anything to you, but at least it's up and running, and I have a working desk, and I love it. I love it so much. It's so pretty. But then that left me a problem that I didn't have a work table anymore. So back to Facebook Marketplace I went, and I ran across this table. And I was so excited about this table because as much as I love my desk and it now makes a perfect desk, it still was a smidge small for a work table, and it was really low. So it's, think normal table height, and then I added 2-inch wheels to it, but that still doesn't raise it up very high. I ran across this. The listings are terrible. People need to work on their Facebook Marketplace listings. But anyways, she wanted an exorbitant amount for it. And I said, hey, I'll offer you this little piddly amount. And if you'd like it, great. If not, I don't care. She'd been sitting on it forever. Well, she sold me the table. And after getting it home and realizing what it was, she should have put more detail in it. I'd have paid more and bought the chairs to go with it, but I don't need the chairs. It's countertop height. And so it's huge. And then I'm going to add 2-inch wheels to it. That way it will be even taller. So it's almost like 6 inches taller than a regular table. It's perfect. On top of that, it expands with leaves that I don't have to keep track of because they're permanently attached to the table. So it goes from about 36 by 54 to 54 by 54, and then it's really tall. And so I put the tablecloth on it, the crocheted tablecloth on it, so you could kind of see the difference of with the leaves and without the leaves. And mostly right now I fold laundry on it. I have a vinyl flooring that I love to use on top of my tables because it's nice and slick and it resists everything. And so I use it to fold laundry, but I'm hoping to also use it as a sewing table that I can, when you got your fabric and all that stuff spread out everywhere, you have space to do it. So I'm really, really thrilled with this table. The legs are going to get painted the creamy color of everything else, like the last table you saw, and then I will refinish the top and do it dark walnut stain, and it will be my work table. And I love it. I love it so much. And it's heavy. It's really heavy. I can barely move it by myself. So we're on the hunt to get wheels to go under this too. So that way I can move it all the way around. And the best part about all of these downsizing well, it's not downsizing, switching to new furniture, is I will get to have a really beautiful rug in the middle of my floor, and I can't wait. All right, so that's that stuff. Now I just wanted to do a quick shout back about the pantry and with a little more detail on that. Again, the white cabinets that we have in the lower right-hand corner is what it looked like before, and they work really good, but they're particle board, so they're starting to peel and they're starting to fall apart and all that kind of stuff. And they'll work great as regular storage down in my storage room, but they don't work so great as my pantry anymore because we are in and out of the pantry all the time, and they're just wearing out. And also they're 20 inches deep, so I couldn't find anything in them anymore. And so it had to go. And we're going to redo the kitchen in a French country with blue. I'll show you that here in just a minute. And so this pantry will get all refinished in a different color. It'll be kind of creamy, unless I have too much cream going on, and then I may do it in the French country blue, which you'll see here in just a second. But I just wanted to show that it's so much nicer as a pantry. I have to get the mirror out of there. That's awful. And we will eventually replace the glass shelves, and we did have to support them to support the weight of the cans and the bottles and that kind of stuff. But everything fits, and I have room to spare, and it's kind of like shopping at the grocery store in a way that you just walk over and you pick you can see what's on the shelf and you pick what you need, and I love it. That yellowish refrigerator towards the window, I am going to teach myself to paint appliances. I want to paint it in a chrome finish so it matches our stainless steel refrigerator. Yes, I have 2 refrigerators. No, I'm not getting rid of one of them. We use both of them. They are both, yeah, we use both of them. We can't be without them. They make life just so much easier. If you're whole food plant-based or even plant-based, you know how it is. You have to cook, you have food, you need space. And so, yeah, both refrigerators will stay, the pantry will stay. And the only thing that really came out of the white pantries that isn't here anymore are some casserole dishes and stuff like that that went into the storage room, which is, 8 steps from my kitchen because my house is tiny. And yeah, all of this is in a house that's, if you take the garage off, I'm about 1,200 square feet. So people are constantly telling me, must be nice to have a great big house. And I'm like, I wouldn't know. I don't have one. This room that you're looking at here is only like 14 by 14. My kitchen is even smaller. I think it's 12 by 10, something like that. And I just kind of took the dining room and the kitchen, and now they're all one. But yeah, so this will get painted, and it won't look quite so 1970, 80s grandma armoire when we're done with it. But it's just been a lot of fun to be eclectic and find these pieces, and you guys would die if you knew how much I paid for this. Under $100. It was closer to 50 than it was to 100. Let's just put it that way. So the pieces that you saw for my craft room were a smidge more expensive than that, but really not. In all the pieces we have the 2 big china hutches, my printer armoire, the dresser that I showed you, another armoire for my husband, a bed. We bought a bed, a wood bed for my son, and we have not even topped getting if you bought a brand new dresser from like Ashley Furniture or something like that, we haven't even hit that amount yet. So it's been awesome on the budget. But I'm so excited about it. All of this, we're gonna have the same floors up through the kitchen because my house again is small, so they blend, and so that's the same floors and everything. Okay, and so here's kind of the look I'm going for the kitchen. And before you think my husband has not had a vote in all of these remodels, this was his choice. And so we're going to pull the French country up through this, which is really funny because I live in a 1930s it's not even a bungalow. I mean, it's anyways. We're going to go for the feel of this, but he chose this French country blue. And so that's the cabinet, the pantry cabinet could very well end up this color. I'm not positive, but we'll see how it goes. But there'll be creams and blues and whites, and the only thing is the furniture, any of the wood that's left in there that we will be using will be all stained dark walnut, so that it you have a cohesive flow through the house. My room's going to be in the lavenders and the grays. The kitchen's going to be in the blues and the grays, and all of it'll have the dark walnut colors with the gray wood floors and the cream on the walls. And so it kind of hopefully will all blend together. My next thing that I'm on a hunt for is I want one of these cookies. I want to make a coffee breakfast bar. You kind of saw that in the videos at the beginning, where my coffee pot was, and I want to turn it into a place where we make our breakfast and we have coffee. Well, I have coffee, the guys have tea or hot cocoa or whatever, but it's all in one spot, and then I can keep all the stuff underneath of it that goes with it and just make it pretty, you know, and because we all need a bit of pretty. So that wraps up what's going on in the house. Now, plumbing drama. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this really short because it's a week's worth of hell that I don't think anybody wants to sit through, because I sure didn't. But this is what it looked like before we had professional help come in. So you walk down between my two buildings. We need to put a sewer line in here. This is my back porch. Nice and neat. Yep. They wanted to go through that opening right over there, and we said no. So you come over here into my empty back. It used to have a swimming pool in it when Joshua was little. And you can go right out the alley, and that's where it goes. So Dale and I and Josh cleaned out the whole thing, and this is how it looked when we were done pulling up the bricks. And right before they had gotten here, we had taken all the gravel out and everything. And yeah, this is where we're starting. They got the concrete out. This is what it looked like after they got the concrete out. And so we're excited because, okay, it's going and it's going, and then it's turned to hell. So they promptly showed up and started digging where our septic comes. Our septic is apparently underneath our shop, and it goes where he was just leaning was our garage, and that's where it comes from the house. What you just saw him do was bust the pipe between the house and the septic tank. And what they're trying to figure out what to do is what to do about this now open, busted sewer pipe between our two buildings. Yep. Yummy, right? Yum. Yes. So apparently the decision was that we would just abandon it and go do something else. See, this shows you the direction. So they basically left this wide open, just like you saw it, for most of the week. Yep. So what they did is they went to the back of the house and they dug a big hole in our alley to get down to the city sewer. And then they promptly busted that pipe. And so you've watched them, you can see them here, basically sitting here for 2 days, watching the hole fill with groundwater. And yeah, because we kept telling them that the groundwater was there. They didn't prepare for it. And so we ended up with this massive disaster for days. They spent more time on this project standing and staring and sitting and staring than they did digging. So we spent we've got the owner out here. He literally got onto my back porch screaming at me how dare we were, upset with the no progress of this whole shit show. It was awful, y'all. I mean, I literally have 5 days of footage of these guys doing pretty much nothing but peeing in my yard, standing and staring at a hole filling full of water. And if they weren't standing, they were sitting. I kid you not. This is how they decided to do the work. He's literally sitting while digging. Sitting while digging. By the way, that was my husband that walked by. They didn't care. They didn't care that we were watching. They knew we had video. They knew we had the owner saying we don't do safety stuff because we don't want to pay for it. We don't, we tried to turn it into OSHA. OSHA was like too late. But yeah, they spent 2 days trying to level this pipe up, which then it promptly later on sunk. So, but this is how they worked. They were either standing and watching a hole fill full of water, or they were literally sitting on their asses doing this. That's right. Here they are, more sitting. This is the next day. They are trying to level this pipe with this little dinky ass level thing, because apparently you have to have it at a particular level, of which we have later learned they made way too deep. Oh, look, more sitting. Yeah, see the guy in the green in the back in the deep hole? That's 10 feet down. There's supposed to be a trench box there. Nope, no trench box, no safety. It almost collapsed on one of their guys, and this is what they left us with. Yep, it was a mess, a mess. This is their professional finishing. Yeah, professional. So then they left, and the next morning we got up to, yep, it sunk. It sunk. It sunk. Did I mention it sunk? It took them 2 days to supposedly pack this pipe and level it quote unquote properly, and it sunk because they sat on their asses and didn't do any of it. I have to tell you, there is video everywhere on this. The owner knew it. I have recordings of it with me holding a video camera in his face. They didn't care. Absolutely didn't care. My poor husband had to go out there over the past weekend, dig the whole thing up down the alley because we had to repack ourselves. We had to they have these 2 boxes that you can see where the drains are. They were buried under 6 inches of mud. They were supposed to be up high so that we could fill this with gravel and later concrete it. They were buried in the ground. They cut them so low, they were just buried. So Dale had to go back and repair it. They said, well, I guess we could come fix it. Thousands. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars, you guys. So Dale and I are both like, no, thank you. So, hey, on the bright side, I got concrete removed that I was hoping to get done. We have our alley now level with the back of our house. And I have outgoing water in my house. Yeah. They did give us a discount. It was ridiculous, but they did. I mean, what do you do without suing, right? It's just a mess. This most unprofessional thing we've ever been through. And every time we have to hire outside help, same problem. But we're on the bright side now. So yeah. Okay, let's move on from that because that was shitty. I got a new thing, a bouquet of flowers from Costco. I killed the dahlias because we've had rain and cold, like frost cold. So I got a new pot because it made me happy. And after this last month, I deserved flowers. Don't you agree? I'm going to go through some positives here. Joshua decided that he's finally going to learn to drive. And I know that for a lot of people is really older. He's 22 and he's just now getting a driver's license. And actually I'm making him do it because he walks to work. His job is within walking distance. And otherwise there's a bus that's right out front and all this. But I need him to drive so that he can drive. I don't care if he drives. I just need him to have a driver's license. So he got his learner's permit and it's been a ride. As you kind of saw before, I did get into succulents this past month and they are so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so addicted to these. I need to get them potted. I have not had time, but they are going to go into these coffee mugs that I've been picking up at Goodwill and stuff. And they're just fun and happy and I'm just loving them. And now I need to find friends that do succulents because I need to trade because I'm learning how to, make them, what do they call it? Spread out. You can pluck them off and grow more. But yeah, I wanted to show you this video. This is the rain, y'all. I'd like to say this is just one day and, it's out of normal but this is what most of May and June has looked like here. I mean, it's crazy. This is obviously before we got our sewer work done, but it's the same. This is exactly the same, like every day for the past month. It's nuts. And it's been so cold that we've had to run the pellet stove just to get the chill off the house. It's the craziest weather ever. People are like 200 degrees down south and we're like freezing our asses off and need to buy a boat. That didn't help the plumbing project either, but whatever. But we're moving on to July, and I wanted to share just a little bit of how our gardens are growing or not. Like my weed patch, there are irises in there somewhere. There are, but my corn is growing. I've never grown corn before and it's growing, but look at this zucchini. The leaves are huge. huge. I have no idea why. They've never grown this big before. It's the weirdest thing ever, but they're just ginormous. And I love it. And I've got kale and green onions, and there's even some Johnny jump ups going on in there. And then this is a store-bought one squash, and it's coming. It's trying, but more corn. And I have some beautiful marigolds. I just got these this year. My normal marigolds are solid orange, but I saw these, and so I'm going to save all the seeds so I can share. Look at baby corn, baby corn. My Johnny jump ups. Here's a different kind of squash, and it's just huge. The leaves are just huge. Now, I would like to say all of my garden's growing like that. Just these. And then I have just kind of I put different kinds of flowers in here, and spinach and pansies and that kind of stuff. And this is about all it's making it, I'll be honest. It's just, this is my auroch. It's like a spinach. And then, yeah, hi. And yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, y'all. Anyways, if you go out my front door, this is my front garden, and it's not as bad. It's doing pretty good. There's my indoor okra that's moved outside, and it's doing really good. We get a huge basket of okra off these 3 plants every week, and they're doing great. And I have these stupid pots I got from Walmart of hanging flowers. Look, snapdragon. Ignore the weeds. My lemongrass needs to be cut off. I've got lemon verbena, lavender. All these are supposed to be planted. Yeah, it hasn't happened. My zinnias are doing good though, and so that's kind of fun. And in there is a cantaloupe, but it's been too cold. I'm not going to get watermelons or cantaloupes this year. It's just not going to happen. They're too cold. My artichoke, nope, too cold. And then there's my deer be gone fencing. But yeah, all of this, see, now you get out front and it's too much water. It's just too much water. There's a squash plant. It's trying. But yeah, there's 3 squash in there. They're trying. Yeah. There's another auroch. I have cucumbers back there that actually are producing. Cucumbers, I'm not doing too bad. And then weirdly, I have this one squash that's doing well, but those 12 footers are full of watermelons and cantaloupe. They're not going to make it. Hi, Mama. That was my Mama Bunny. But yeah, the flower beds out there have fruit and watermelons and stuff. They're not going to make it. But this is, most of these plants go inside in the wintertime. And so this is my shade garden underneath my apple tree. It got frosted last year, so it hasn't dropped all of its bad leaves from last year, but it's coming along. And this is, ignore the barley growing because I haven't had a chance to get in there, but Mama Bunny loves it, so I'm not too worried about it. But we do have cucumbers growing and all kinds of stuff for that, which is fun. I've been eating cucumbers in the morning, so we've got lots of cucumbers. And somewhere in here is cantaloupe. Again, ignore the barley. I just haven't got it pulled. But my dill took over my garlic bed, but they're coming, so I'm hopefully going to get time. Well, problem is it's mud. You walk out there and it's 5 feet deep. So yeah, that's my garden. Then we're redoing Joshua's bathroom and his bedroom because the bathroom got torn apart due to all of the plumbing, and the laundry room got torn apart because of all the plumbing problems. And so all of this eventually is going to get redone. But I made the executive decision that Joshua's bathroom is going to get fixed first because it's the one that took the flooding when we figured out there was a sewer problem, and it's just, it has to go. It has to go. And so I was letting him pick out tile, and this shot is of me explaining why certain tiles will work and certain tiles won't. I don't care what color he does. He's going to do blues and grays and whites and that kind of stuff. But he picked out all these tiles that had all this texture. It's going on the floor. And I told him, I said, do you like cleaning the floor now? And he goes, well, no, it's not fun. I said, so this is what happens when you buy a textured tile for the floor. All those little grout lines, you have to clean. And so he promptly decided that his favorite tiles, which I agree, they were awesome. Lots of fun, lots of character. They were awesome. Were not as awesome as he thought. And so we are still on the hunt for something a little smoother. But we did pick up a vanity for him with a sink, and it came with a mirror, so we're going to build him a huge medicine cabinet, and then we're going to refinish his tub. It's an old porcelain tub. It's not a clawfoot, so don't get excited. But we're going to refinish that. We don't shower in that room or anything. It's actually where the cats go, is in the tub area for this bathroom. So it's getting a refinish. We're going to paint and do all of that kind of stuff. And then we're going to tackle his room, which is going to be black, gunmetal gray, and red. Say a prayer. But after all these years, he's going to get to do whatever he wants. We should have done, you know what? Sometimes life gets away from you, and all you can do is forgive yourself and start again. And so 2024 is our start again. But for right now, we're getting everything together. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is a view after the rains the other day, and I'm just going to go out on this one and say thank you for if you've made it this far. If you have, leave me a plumbing emoji for an extra vote or extra entry in the giveaway, and I will put your name in the bucket for another entry. But that's kind of been what's going on. I mean, it's very simplification of it. It's really been kind of very stressful and very awful and fun and good. And it's just been a ride. And I'm a routine person. So having everything just kind of everywhere is driving me nuts. And it's going to be a while before it's okay. But that doesn't mean we can't have a sense of humor about it. So I am going to spend today, my son just texted and said he's on his way home, and I'm going to go make us lunch, and then I'm going to get to stitching while this uploads so that I have some stitching to show you guys at the end of July. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support and just everything you guys do, your kind comments and everything, and I just couldn't make it without you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you at the end of July. Goodbye.